Guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I do have content for you. So today's video is actually the transformation of my front door. So here is the before. It was actually really badly painted. They definitely just did a quick job on this. It wasn't anything that we actually liked. It needed a touch up. So we ended up painting it yellow, and I'm going to show you guys how we did it. So here is the beginning. We took off this little plastic command hook that I used to hang my wreaths on the front door, and came off really easily. Then I taped off around the door handle and the door ringer. What do you call those things? I'm not sure. So this portion is just going to be me taping everything off. So like I was saying, the door was actually really badly done. It used to be like a dark color, like a brown or a black, and you could see it. And it looks like they only use one coat of the red paint. So it was just really poorly done. So we wanted to give it a little bit of an upcycle. In addition, my husband and I are big fans of Charleston, and one of the things Charleston is known for is those beautiful, like really bright front doors and brightly painted buildings. So we were kind of trying to give our front of the house front door area like a Charleston style vibe. And you're going to notice that I'm kind of not being very detailed when I'm taping around the doorknob and the door handle knocker thing. And the reason I'm not too worried about like taping it perfectly, we're actually the first step I'm going to take is I'm actually going to spray the door handle, the door knocker, and the lock part. And after we do that, we're actually going to coat the door, because it's such a dark color. We're going to coat it in 2 coats of white paint, so that the color that we chose, which is a yellow, actually, like, you can actually see it, and it's not like dimmed down by the dark red color. So after 2 coats of white paint, anything that's left over from the spray paint that we use on the knobs is not going to be you're not going to be able to see it. Here is the paint we used. We used a Rust-Oleum matte black paint. It is for indoor and outdoor use, and it's really matte, which is one of my favorite things about it. So it looks really nice once it dries. So I basically just sprayed everything down, I need to research what these things are called. I don't know what they're called, but they're used to knock on your front door. But I just sprayed it down with some spray paint, and you see that the spray paint is kind of getting everywhere, but that's not an issue because we did go over it twice with the white paint, which completely covered it up. You couldn't see it, and you'll see it at the end of the video when you see the final result as well. Now for the bottom handle, I ended up having to take a blanket and take some extra tape just so that I wouldn't get the black paint on the actual trimming. It was a little bit difficult to get around the left side of the knob and the lock area. However, I didn't want to open up the door because I didn't want any of the black spray paint going inside the house or on the floor inside the house. So I did the best I could. It ended up being pretty well covered. I didn't have any splotchy areas. And then Andrew also, towards the end, you'll see he went back around and touched up. So up next, I went ahead and got started on the first coat of white paint. So I just opened up my can of white paint that I had. I have a couple of these actually because I use them for several different projects. So it took me a minute here. And now I'm just going to use this it's a 6-inch roller, excuse me, it's like the smaller version. I wanted to get a smaller one just because my door has these little grooves and crevices that, if you can tell here, it has like the shaker style grooves and crevices. So I wanted to be able to get in those crevices. And in the end, I ended up having to use a brush to get more detail inside the parts that were sunken in. So after the first coat of white paint, it does stay a little bit splotchy. The red is such a dark color that you can still see right through the white paint. It looks like a almost pinkish color actually whenever you just do the one coat. So you do have to go over the door with 2 coats if your door is a pretty dark color, especially if you want to use like a very vibrant colored eventually for the door as the end results, like we did for ours when we chose the yellow paint. So I would definitely make sure to do 2 coats just so that you have that clean canvas, so that the color that you pick actually comes all the way. And you are going to see me get a little bit of paint on the knobs, which we ended up touching up later. The easy thing about painting something white or getting white on something is it's so easy to touch up with just a little bit of black paint. And I definitely sped this up quite a bit, so I am nowhere near this quick at painting a door. And here is the result after 2 coats of white paint. So I did do this over the span of 3 days. I did the first coat one day, the second coat the next, and then I did the final coat, which is this yellow coat, on the very last day. So this is a sample size. We ended up using 2 of these sample sizes. We thought we could get away with just using 1, but we ended up having to go back for the second. And this is the color that we chose, which is a really nice vibrant yellow. In addition, we did do 2 coats. This first sample was the first coat, and then a few hours later when we got the second sample, we did the second coat of yellow, which really enhanced the color and made it very, very bright. And this small, simple project made a huge difference in our front yard area. It makes your entire front yard pop. It's such a beautiful, vibrant color. In addition, it did bring in the Charleston style home vibes that we were looking for. So we are ultimately very, very happy with the result of this new door color that we chose. So I do want to thank everyone for watching my videos. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I do have more content coming for you guys. I'm definitely working really hard to get that together for you. So just make sure to subscribe. That'll keep me motivated. And I do want to thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I hope that you guys give this a try if you're trying to change your front door or needed ideas on what to do to give your house just a little extra pop of a vibrant color. Here is Andrew just doing the final touch-ups, and this is the final result.